Hi, and welcome back to my hotel wedding happy hour. Yes, it's Monday night again, and I hope you've grabbed a glass of your favorite beverage and are ready for some of my favorite wedding planning details today. These details kind of run the gamut of a little bit of everything, from uh, different things you can do for one another to purely decor and design items. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section of our YouTube page for this video or email us at info@myhotelwedding.com. And please email us any topics that you want to hear more about. So I'll be happy to speak about them on some of our upcoming happy hours. But for now, I put together a nifty little visual presentation to share with you of some of my favorite wedding day details, just so visually I could break it down for you out there. So one of the first ones are late night snacks, which is honestly one of my most favorite things in the entire world. Whether it's for a wedding or it is just in life. And late night snacks are really wonderful, especially for weddings, because of after drinking for so many hours at a time and dancing and partying, you get a little hungry towards the end of the night and you don't want to send your guests home too drunk. So late night snacks are a good way to supplement all the alcohol that's been drunk up by your guests. It looks like it's not sharing, so let me try backing out and seeing if that works. Another wedding day detail I quite enjoy are live event painters, and it's a really special way to capture your wedding day on canvas. So looks like it's showing now. That's a fun thing to consider for your wedding. Another thing I like are personalized place settings. So this one you can see shows groom at the top of the place setting, but typically what it would mean is that you would have cards, menus. I've seen embroidered napkins with the guest's name there to kind of show that you've put a lot of thought into where your guests are seated. So you seated them at a place of honor and a place where they can meet new people and have great conversation with those around them. So I really love personalized place settings because it really just shows all the thought that you've put into where your guests are, where they'll be seated on your wedding day. Another one I enjoy is calligraphy, taking it back to the old school days and the talent of calligraphers. Something I have no talent in is writing or drawing, but I love the artwork and beauty of calligraphy and the wedding day. And there's so many special occasions throughout life where you kind of get to take advantage and use calligraphy. Another one is the first look. So I think the first look is a really special and intimate moment, and it's one of my favorite wedding day details. There are some of you out there that prefer to not see each other prior to the ceremony for whether it's religious or personal reasons, and I completely understand that. But as a planner and somebody who's been in the industry forever, I think the first look is such a special, intimate moment if you choose to do it before the ceremony, where you kind of get to get rid of some of those nerves before walking out in front of all your guests and seeing one another, and you get to have a special moment together. So I think that's a detail that you should definitely incorporate in your timeline if it makes sense for you. Another detail I love is finding some alone time. So it's funny, every time I work with a couple, they're just like, I can't wait, this day's awesome, I want to party all night, I want to go all day. And I tell every couple I work with is enjoy the moments that you can have alone. Enjoy your downtime, because your wedding day is such a long, long day that whenever you can kind of take a moment to rest, kick your shoes off, take off your wedding dress and take a break, try to have those moments and take full advantage of them. And with this, finding some alone time too, I always like to recommend to couples, and we always build it into our timelines when I work weddings, is to take some time after the ceremony as the bride and bride, groom and groom, go upstairs to your room and eat some hors d'oeuvres there, relax, and take a moment to rest and enjoy your first moments married before heading down to your guests if you have cocktail hour following. And I promise you, you will not be able to get a bite in your mouth once you head down to cocktail hour, because you'll be swarmed by all of your guests wanting to congratulate you. So taking this moment to do it together and alone ensures that you get a bite to eat and you have a moment to really just bask in the glory of just getting married. This is really, as you can tell, one of my favorite things on the wedding day. Another detail I really love is mixing tables. I love seeing like rectangular with rounds. I've seen people do different types of chairs at different tables. I like the mixes of highs and lows. So that's just kind of a wedding day detail that I like. I feel like it can break up the pattern of the room if your capacity allows. Now, sometimes when you're maxing out a ballroom, you have to use all round tables because rounds give you the most space in the room. But if your number comes in that you're not maxing out the capacity of the ballroom with the dance floor and you can play with your table seating and sizes, I find that it's a nice way to break up the room. It's a good little detail to consider. Wedding day presents or letters. Another one of my favorite wedding day details that is, I actually wrote a whole post about it too. You can check it out on our blog for a letter from the groom. And whether you're just writing a card or you're giving a gift to your fiance on your wedding day, I think it's really special to put into words that day for you and what it means. So this is just a reminder, especially to any gentlemen tuning in, that it's a nice little treat to give a card or a little gift to your bride and vice versa for the wedding day. And it's just something to have to remember forever. Champagne towers. Yes, taking it back to the earlier days in the Gatsby eras. Champagne towers are something so fun to do on the wedding day. Be aware, if you do want to do a champagne tower, talk with your hotel catering person ahead of time, because if they do not have someone at the hotel that knows how to build a champagne tower, this might be something they have to bring in someone to do, because there actually is a special method to setting up all of these champagne glasses so that the champagne flows and none of them fall. But and you have to use as you can see in the pictures, the old school champagne glasses, not the narrow, tall, and skinny ones that are the more modern look. But it's a really fun little detail for the wedding day. Another one are chandeliers. I think chandeliers are always a fun detail and pretty thing to incorporate into your wedding day. Kind of a subtle little bling, you could say, for those of you who are into that out there. So I've worked with this amazing company the past few years called International Events Company, and you can check them out on Instagram. They do some beautiful, beautiful work, stunning and amazing. But what I've seen lately them doing with some of their couples are flowers suspended from the ceilings, from the outdoors with like a fishing line, and it just looks like you have these beautiful floating flowers above your head everywhere you look. And I think that gives an amazing visual impact when you walk into the room to really bring guests' eyes to the ceiling, to the tablescapes, to the floor, and really draw your eye everywhere. So I think that's a really fun wedding day detail. Another one with my fun international events company are floral walls and that grand entrance. So this was an event we worked on where all the guests entered through this beautiful floral tunnel, as you can see. And I just thought it was completely breathtaking. So it's a fun detail I had not seen before. This is from our friends at Celadon Celery, and basically creating an indoor forest with beautiful green branches and centerpieces. And I just thought this was a fun detail to share, that it doesn't always have to be about the flowers or white flowers or pink flowers or whatever, but you could really bring some gorgeous greenery into the indoors and bring nature inside. This one's from our friends at Park and Grove, two fabulous female event planners who have a budding business. And I know this is a birthday party, but I just wanted to show the beautiful place setting and how sometimes these little details can be as simple as the way the menu is a square printed menu, or the detail on the chargers and the way the napkins folded and the beautiful calligraphy they have for the name at the place setting. So you can really play with the details throughout your wedding day, and you're not limited to just flowers or this or that. You can have fun with the details and the chargers and the place settings and the glassware and all of that. And then I think we have a couple from our friends at Pryor Events, Julie Pryor. I just loved how they brought in the greenery again to already a beautiful green lawn with succulents and white flowers, and really mixed everything together. And I thought that was a really beautiful detail for the ceremony. And then fireworks. I'm a fan of fireworks. I don't know about all you out there, but I've actually worked on a few weddings that have had surprise fireworks for the guests. And it's always a spectacular event and a big home run. So if this is a detail, a big detail, but a detail you can swing, it's definitely a really cool moment. And yeah, those are just some of my wedding day details that I enjoy. There's a ton more on our blog and website, and I'm sure I'll keep coming up with different ones to share every few months. But in the meantime, please do visit us at myhotelwedding.com, where we're connecting you, our couples, with hotel wedding venues, and where you can get free quotes for your wedding day. So thank you so much for tuning in. This was a quick one, but I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed some of these wedding day venues, and I hope you have an awesome week out there. Cheers. Happy Monday.